Hey, 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 everybody. It's me, it's Mindy. And you know what time it is? It is a little whip and chat time. So let's get to it. First thing I'm going to do before I get started, take my arm out of this sling a little bit because it's hard to get close to my table with it in the sling. I might not use it, but we're just gonna make it a little easier. This plastic is driving me crazy. There, stay down. I've got it cut right here, and there's a little bit, it's just flopping. It's driving me nuts. All right, so let's get some drills out. We're gonna work on number 1. Let's do some number 1, which is a blue. You know, I haven't worked on it since Saturday during my live, but I did. And I have been diamond painting left-handed because my right hand just doesn't, it's hard. It's very taxing. I'm going to work with my right hand for a little bit, which I like to do, just trying to, strengthen it up. I try to move the tray to the drills so I don't have to move my arm much. But, there's that. Even pushing down, like these right here, I have to push a little harder because they're going in a little spot. So, it requires a little extra pressure. That's a bit much. Like right there, I can't do it. So let's switch hands, push it in with my left hand. Yeah, there we go. So we'll just kind of do what we can with each hand. We'll let each hand help the other one out. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, this whole column right here, I think I need to do with my left hand because, see, it's a tight little fit and it requires a little bit of pressure to get those in there. And I don't want to do that with my right hand. There you go. Now you know. Anyhow, we're going to work on this. Truly, my goal has become to just finish a square this month. From, finishing a couple of diamond paintings, I wanted to finish February, but, I'm going to finish a square. That is my new goal. I was brought down to a reality check. So, when you have a reality check in your life, you have to reconsider, you have to reevaluate, and, come up with a different plan, I guess. Anyhow, there's that. We did give away a prize for the first 2 weeks of Finish February, and that went to my friend Brenda. I was really surprised. Dale picked the number. That was up to Dale, man. I didn't do it. But congratulations again to Brenda. And I did put up a post for week 3 and 4. Week 3 and 4, the last 2 weeks of the month. And at the end of the month, on my live, we'll pick another winner and we'll give away another prize. So that's how that's working. So I see that you guys are getting some things done. I'm super excited for you getting things done. That's awesome. I hope you're feeling good about it. I got some over here too. Let's get these guys. Hope you're feeling good about your accomplishments. I know that there's some people who have finished something and they're hoping to move on, and really, it won't go in there, you guys. It won't go in that little spot. Something's gotta move. What's got to move? I don't know. Let's see. Can we slide these this way? Maybe that'll work. Let's see if that helped. This little space is just too small for a drill. It's too small for a drill. I can't do it. If I can't do it with my... Wow. Yeah, these are... What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're supposed to go all the way over here. Where are you supposed to go? Maybe if I move you guys over? See the problems I'm having, you guys? Just simple things like this space is a little too tight and I can't get a drill in there. How do I get the drill in? These two spaces right here. I can't do it. What is the problem? Let's see. Can we slide anything this way? Can we slide anything the other way? I don't know. Okay, what if I move this paper right here? Maybe these need to go, okay, these need to go over just a little bit, like over here. Okay, and you need to go over a little bit. There, see, did you hear it? It went in. It's like underneath my paper was a little extra space where those were supposed to go. Just a little extra space was all I needed. Okay, and I think this whole row, yep, this whole row here can move over. Here's the problem with trying to do this left-handed. They're not lined up perfectly. They're not perfectly where they're supposed to be. Just like these are going to need to come up because I'm going to have the same problem with the one underneath here. Let's see if that helped. I got two. Well, I don't have to really worry about it a whole lot yet because there's nothing below these two ones, but oh, goodness. Anyhow, let's continue. You guys keep plugging away, get some stuff finished, and yeah. I am happy that I have gotten this far. Honestly, I'm really happy. And with crochet, I actually did a crochet video today. I recorded that earlier. And I've actually been able to make little bits of progress on some projects. So we're happy for that. Little bits of progress, better than no progress, right? So yeah, keep plugging away, guys. Keep plugging away. It's been interesting here over the last week or so. So I thought I had a drill and it didn't pick it up. And then that one did. I just challenge you sometime. Just diamond paint with your non-dominant hand. Go ahead. Just give it a try. See what you think. See how you like it. Oh. Yeah. It has gotten warm. I guess we'll say warm. Warmish. Like in the 50s. In the 50s. Okay. So, of course, the snow is melting. I took a little video this morning, to show like how much snow we have like laying around still, where the snow is. I mean, it's not gone. That's for sure. It's not gone. Okay, let's see if we can. I got this whole row here. Let's see if, oh no, look, I don't know if you can see that, but none of those are lined up properly. Like, why? Why? Well, first of all, part of my problem is this is new Not Your Mama's Mud in here, and it doesn't have my cute little grooves yet. Doesn't have my cute little grooves, so it didn't want to line up right. Okay, and dang, none of those are right. Oh. Anyhow, melting. Now, is it giving us a sense of spring? Yes. Is it a liar? Yes. I mean, it might kind of feel like spring out there a little bit, but it's a false spring. False spring. Because, the second that this snow all melts and everything, you know what's going to happen. It's going to turn around and Mother Nature is going to go, Nana boo boo. goodness, why won't these line up in this Not Your Mama's mud? Why won't they get on there properly? It'll melt, and then we'll turn around and it's going to snow. You know it's going to. It's just what it does. I got to say, I was listening to somebody on a video, and they were like, yep, it's melting. It's melting. It's looking, it's looking good. But we know it's going to turn around and it's going to snow again. So we have to look at it this way. At least we're going to melt the old dirty snow and all the piles of icky snert. We call it snert. Snow, dirt, get it? Dirty snow, snert. Yeah, it's going to take care of all that, melt all that, and then we'll be blanketed with fresh, pretty white snow again. Because you know what's going to happen. You just know it will happen. If you've lived in Michigan long enough, you know that that's how it's going to work. I mean, we're only in mid-February. We're definitely not out of snow season, that's for sure. So enjoy it while we have it. Enjoy the 50s while they're here. Enjoy that spring feeling, as fleeting as it may be, and get ready for winter to return, because it will be back. It will be back, of course. Yesterday, Dale and I went for a walk outside. Yes, we went outside. We actually drove into town so that we could walk on the sidewalks versus here on our street. Because our street, it's a gravel road, and snow and ice are melting, and it gets muddy and icky, and we didn't want to walk in all that. So we went into town to walk on the sidewalks. And it was a little colder than I'd anticipated when we headed out. I thought it was going to feel a little warmer than it was, but I was surprised when we got out there and started walking. I was like, ooh, it's chilly. So I'm glad I had on 2 shirts. One is just like a light t-shirty, and then my flannel shirt that I've been wearing. And it's not like a thick flannel, don't get me wrong, but and then I did have a hoodie, and I wore all of them. And I put my hood up on my hoodie because it was not all that warm. Sure, the sun was shining. It looked pretty. It felt nice till you were out in it for a while and realized when the wind would blow, yeah, the wind would blow, and it was chilly, for sure. It was chilly. I think it was like 53. And, that's kind of my number is 50. I don't go outside and do much if it's below 50. So it was over 50, but it wasn't enough over 50. If that wind wouldn't have been there, it would have been fine. But no, too much wind for me. Anyhow, we walked just a little ways. We did like, I would say a 4-block round. We went up 4 blocks. It probably wasn't 4 blocks over. It was probably like 3 blocks over. But, it was just enough to get out, get outside, get some fresh air, be outside, get a walk in, And then I was like, okay, we got to go. Let's go. I'm done. Of course, at that point now, I got to go to the bathroom. So we park up by the library, and I'm like, oh, good, the library's open. You know where I'm going in the library, which I had a question for them at the library anyhow. So it was dual purpose. So yeah, they have this Friends of the Library organization, and the Friends of the Library puts on a craft show at our local cider mill, country mill, cider, pumpkins, donuts, apples, the whole 9 yards. And I did that show 2 years ago. Did not do it in 2025 because I went to a retreat. So I couldn't do both. But I want to go back because it was really a nice show. It's a 2-day show, which is cool. And I had an inside spot, so I didn't have to worry about covering everything up and all that kind of stuff. I was inside a barn. They locked the barn up, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to get in contact with the lady who organizes that, got her email and emailed her. Haven't heard back from her yet, but okay, it was just yesterday. Got to give her some time. Give her some time. So anyhow, yeah, our little walk. Our little, cute little walk we went on. Oh, and then when we go for our little walk, we hit 2 highlights in town. One, and I don't know why we do this, but one, we have to walk past the little free food pantry, the little pantry, where you can get food. We've put stuff in it before, I don't know, for some reason we've gotten into the habit of walking past that and checking it out, seeing what they have, And sometimes if we see it's really empty, we might come back with some stuff and put some things in there, but we always check it out. I don't know why we always check it out, but we do. It was interesting yesterday. There was a bag of medicines, cold medicines and cough drops and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, isn't it? I mean, why do you put medication stuff in there? I don't know. I mean, I suppose, people might need it, but it just seemed a little, well, I suppose if you look at it, anything in there could be tampered with, I guess. I mean, canned goods can't really, can they? I don't know. It just struck us both as interesting. And one of the bags of cough drops was open. Okay, I really would not want an open bag of cough drops, but anyhow. Then on the return trip, we go past one of the churches in town, and that's the church that has the little free library. So I always like to stop and look at the little free library and see if they have anything good there. And it was just a bunch of mostly weird things. And then a lot of kids' books. I mean, it's at a church, I guess. That makes sense. But there was one great big old fat book in there. And I pulled that thing out and I'm like, okay, I'm taking that one. So it's a fantasy. I can't remember who the author is. Cannot remember the author. But it's a fantasy, romantasy fantasy type thing. Those are good. So it's 800 pages. It's a whomper. It's Sarah somebody. And I've heard of her before. I've heard of the author before. Never read anything by that author, but I was like, yeah, let's take this one. We're taking this one, Dale. He carried it all the way back to the car, which was nice. I was all wrapped up, very interesting. So, I had my sling on and because I was cold, so I had my sling on and then I had the flannel shirt over it and then I had my hoodie, and none of the things I can't hook them on the right hand side, right? They don't come around enough to zip, to snap, to, that kind of stuff. So we're walking along. We just got started and my hoodie blew off my right shoulder. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. So I kind of took the hoodie, readjusted it, grabbed the right arm and pulled it across my body and tucked it into my left pocket. Okay, figure that, right arm across my body into my left pocket. And then put my left hand in the pocket and held on to the sleeve. Plus my hand was cold. So it helped keep my hand warm. But it also helped keep the hoodie from blowing off. And I had my hood on and that did not blow off. Go figure why that didn't blow off. I don't know, but yeah, it was that cold. 2 shirts, a hoodie, hands in my pocket. And the other hand, of course, my right hand was just it was underneath all of the shirts. Well, it was underneath the flannel shirt, underneath the hoodie, tucked in against my body. So that one was warm. But then the left one I kept in my pocket, holding onto the sleeve of the hoodie. It was quite a tricky way to do my wardrobe for the walk. Anyhow, but we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We got a little walk in. I mean, I got a little warm by the time we got to the library. I was like, okay, I can feel I'm not freezing, but I certainly wasn't like hot. I was not hot. I was not hot and sweaty from that walk, that's for sure. But that was what we did. Today he's off for tacos. And I think he took my car. He's going to take my car. Well, geez Louise. Guess that drill wasn't fastened down very good. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's try the right hand. I think he took my car and he was going to take it to the car wash and get me a car wash. He got his truck washed, I don't know, one day last week, I think. We were up that way. And he got a truck wash. My car, he's back. I hear the door slam. He's back. But I think he took my car to get my car washed. I hope, because it is a salty mess. And, it has not been driven a whole lot because we take the truck when we go places. It's just easier. But I don't know. I might start taking my car. I still haven't tried to drive yet. I'm kind of like, I still don't want to drive. I have one more week with the sling. One more week. And then I can be sling free. Will I be? I don't know, because there are times when I just kind of like to put it in the sling, not for a long time, but just for a little while. I just feel like it gives my bicep and everything just a break, because even though I'm not really using it, the muscles are still holding up my arm. You know what I mean? They're still doing something. And when I put it in the sling, they get to relax a little bit. They get to take a break. So I don't know. I can see maybe putting the sling on just every once in a while when my arm feels like tired, like those muscles have worked too much. Put the sling on, just let it have a break. So I still can't really sleep in my bed. I start out in my bed every night. And I get all comfortable. I got all these pillows. I got all kinds of stuff going on, trying to get comfortable. I don't sleep with the sling on because I want to just lay my arm beside me flat, but not flat. I have to have it on a pillow. But I don't last all night. I'll wake up in the middle of the night, usually for me to go to the bathroom, for the dogs to go to the bathroom. Somebody's got to go to the bathroom. So I'll be up. And then I usually can't really go back to bed in my bed because it's like aching and hurting and like, no. So I'll come back out to the living room, back on the couch, recline on the love seat, and I'll stay there. I will say this, I told Dale this today. It is much warmer in our bedroom. I got hot last night and I'm like trying to kick off covers and, all that kind of stuff. And then I come out to the living room and I'm cold, because the open concept thing in our house, the bedroom is closed. We don't close the door, but, we could. But it just gets warmer in there. You come out to the living room and you got all this open basement and, everything's just open and it's just colder. So I come out to the living room and I'm like, where's all the blankets? I need all of the blankets because it's cold out here. But anyhow, hopefully before long, I'll be able to maybe sleep in my own bed all night long. We'll see. I have a feeling it will be a while yet. and sleeping on my side, which is really killing me that I can't do, is going to be the last thing that I'll be able to do. And I miss it. I miss it so much. Anyhow, so I got 1 week left in the sling. Tomorrow is my first day of physical therapy. Yeah. Oh boy. It's another one of those things. It was like surgery. Am I looking forward to it? Yes, in a way. Yes. And then no, in another way, you know. Am I looking forward to physical therapy? Yes, because it's one step closer to getting things working, you know. And of course, I have questions I would like to ask the therapist, make sure everything is kind of making sense and working right and, you know, that kind of stuff. I did have a little episode. I haven't really talked about it. I had an episode. I'm very careful. I haven't done anything stupid. I haven't overworked it. I haven't reached. I haven't done anything like that. Except one night, I don't know if I told you guys this. The cat jumped on my back. I think I may have told you. The cat jumped on my back from the chair. Because I remember talking about the chair, the love seat. And I mean, it shocked me, totally shocked me to the point where I really flinched. And I was really worried about it, that I moved, I lurched, I did something too much and maybe could have damaged the repair. But, you guys, I really think it's okay. I mean, I really do. I don't have any severe pains. There's nothing, to indicate that, anything's terrible. I can do the exercises, that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. We're going into this positive, good attitude. Everything's okay. But I would like, have a couple questions about pain issues. Today is not bad. I don't even think I've taken Motrin or Tylenol other than maybe early this morning, like early this morning, like 6:00 this morning. May have been the only time, well, since I went to bed. But anyhow, the pain just kind of moves around. One spot will hurt, then another spot will hurt. Last night it was hurting all the way up my neck. And I'm like, why? Why do you hurt way up there? Stop it. So I just got some general questions, to ask the therapist and stuff. We'll see. But that's tomorrow. And then, of course, I'll get a schedule, for multiple appointments. And we'll see how that's going to go. It's either going to be 2 times a week or 3 times a week. I don't know at this point, but that's going to keep me busy, running out to therapy multiple times a week. Anyhow, there's that. I do have some more filming to do. Dale and I filmed the Chuck Pinson yesterday, and you're seeing that today. As a matter of fact, it's uploading as I'm recording this, so it should be ready by the time I'm done jabbering here. I'm actually diamond painting with my right hand, you guys. You see this? But I'm not going to do too much. That's the key to all of this, I think, is doing enough, pushing a little bit, but not too much. Knowing when you're at the limit. You gotta push things a little bit, or it's not going to get better, right? You got to increase the work you're asking the muscles and stuff to do, but you have to do it slowly, carefully, and not too much. It's a fine line. It's a very fine line. Look, we're still working on the ones. Dang, there's a lot of ones. And then there's A and J in here, and some 2s. Oh, we'll get there. We will get there. Of course, I don't, as much as I wanted to diamond paint after the first couple weeks, realizing how difficult it is for me to do it, I don't find myself gravitating in here to come and diamond paint, which just because it's more difficult. It's more difficult than crocheting, which is weird. But I just kind of like I almost have to force myself to come in here, and I only seem to do it when I'm recording a whip and chat or my live. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, I don't know. I think that's about all I have to say. Oh, other than my kitty boys, they're enjoying, and girl, they're enjoying the snow melt. By that, I mean they're out and about more. They're leaving the porch. They're leaving the backyard area. They're getting around more. Sonny has been out at the garden. I've seen him out there multiple times at the garden, and he's just up on the fence, the pallets. I see him out there, little Mr. Orange Boy hanging out there. And I think he sits up there and just looks out into like the woods. Probably seeing all the birds and stuff out there, and he just hangs out there. So they're definitely into wandering a little more, staying out a little bit more as the weather's gotten nicer and the snow has melted and, you know, all that. So, I don't know. We'll see. They might be surprised when it snows again. Who knows how much it will snow, but we know that it will. So, that's about it, folks. Ducks are all over the place. They're wandering. Everybody's roaming. When there's no snow, it's much easier to get around, so everybody's out cruising around. We're just cruising around. Trying to fight the urge to go to Michael's. I'm really fighting the urge to go to Michael's because I've seen a couple of creators, YouTube creators, talking about the new yarns at Michael's. New yarns at Michael's, and there's some pretty ones. Do I need them? No, I do not. Do I want them? Yes, I think I do. Oh, so I'm trying to fight that urge. Now, if I was feeling more mobile and I was driving and stuff, I'd probably just take off and go, you know, buy yarn that I don't need, but I want because, you know, hey, if you were in my live on Saturday, I didn't have my extra drill box in here. I have it now, though. I have it now because I needed like 3 of these colors on Saturday night, and I didn't have them. So there's my next color, the lowercase a. Yep, we're going to work on that one next. All right, I guess that's it. Oh, let's see. Let me see real quick. Is Chuck ready? Let's see. Is he ready? You might be here for a live listing. Let's see. Is he ready? He's ready. Checks complete. No issues found. Save. And then we have to go here and we have to change it from unlisted to public. Here we go. Publish. Here comes your Chuck Pinson unboxing. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me just, you know, go on and on about, you know, the same stuff, you know, this arm of mine. What are you going to do? I mean, it's my life right now, you know? It's my life. What else can I talk about? All right. I will talk to everybody later. Have a good week, everybody. And hit the like button, subscribe button, all those things. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.